Hi guys, Abs here and welcome to this video. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how I create content using AI in bulk that ranks inside of Google. So here's a typical example of an article that I created. So in this article, you can see that we have a nice paragraph to the top that actually introduces the user to the article. We make notes of what they're going to learn in this article, and then we go down and start actually going through the article. Then we go ahead and add a pro tip inside of here as well. I'm going to be showing you how I'll get all of this done inside of here, or inside of using AI. And as you can see, we've got some nice lists down here as well. We've got some nice content that is formatted nicely using italic text, using underlined text. We even got text that's using bold as well. And the paragraphs are nice and short, and it's an easy read. And then we also finish off with a recap of what you've actually learnt, and we also give you a bunch of frequently asked questions. Okay, and just to give you an example of how this ranks inside of Google, I'm going to go ahead and show you this now. I'm going to go ahead and go over to here. I'll go to an incognito window really quickly, guys. Okay, and the keyword that we're looking for is, let's just do the title, formatting Excel templates for presentations. Okay, so we'll go formatting Excel templates, for presentation. Okay, and as you can see here, guys, this is a featured snippet right at the top of Google. And if I click inside of here, then you're going to be able to see that we're on this exact same page that I just noted to you. Okay, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you how I create my articles, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, even 100 articles at a time using AI, and very quickly as well. Okay, so I've actually got this spreadsheet down here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to go ahead and create 10 articles in this video. Okay, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do this, guys, and exactly how you can do the same as well. Okay, so I'm going to take all of this content here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to quickly go over to the prompt generator AI. So this is a tool that works with the chat interface. It works with ChatGPT. It works with Bard, which is Google Gemini. It works with Bing Chat as well. And it also works with Claude AI. Okay, but the really cool thing about this tool, guys, is not only does it automate the actual user interface should you want to, but it also works with the API as well. Okay, and in this video, we're going to be going ahead and working with the API. And the reason we're going to do this, guys, is because I haven't showed many videos on working with the API. Instead, I've shown the majority of the videos working with the chat interface. So I've got a strategy here that I'm going to quickly adjust. Okay, so this strategy here, it's made up of 15 prompts. Well, the 15 prompts is actually a save command. I've got this image generation prompt here as well, which I'm going to go ahead and actually go ahead and use the API for this. Okay, I'm going to use the image API. I'm going to go ahead and I'll actually use FAL AI, and we'll use Flux Dev. Okay, this is the image model that we're going to be using. Everything else down here, guys, you can see that we're actually using GPT, and when I go in there, I'm using GPT 4o mini. Now, I can use whatever model that I want to use with GPT, Gemini, Claude, as well, and at the same time I can also use things like OpenRouter. Okay, so if I looked on OpenRouter, what you can see down here is we can use things like, you know, Perplexity, we can use Meta Llama, and anything else that we want down here as well. Okay, but what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be keeping this simple. I'm going to be making sure that I haven't changed anything down here first of all. Okay, I'm going to actually cancel out of here, guys, because I don't know what I've just done there and if I've actually made any changes. So I'm going to go ahead and make that quick change one more time. And the change that we made was changing this prompt over to work with the API images. Okay, this actually works with Ideogram, DALL-E, and FAL AI. As you can see, we've got multiple models down here. So we'll just go ahead and use the Flux Dev. I'll click on Update, and I'll click on Update one more time. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over to Automation, and I'm going to paste all of my keywords inside of here. So this was the 10 keywords that we had. I'm going to select my strategy down here as well. So the software allows you to add categories and multiple strategies inside of the categories, and each one of these strategies are made up of multiple prompts. So as you can see, this one here that we're working with, oops, no, this isn't the one that we're working with. We're actually working with this one here, and this one here is made up of 15 prompts. I'll take you through the prompts in a moment, but the first thing I want to do is go ahead and save, or go ahead and run this. So I'm going to save everything to a CSV file. Okay, and the reason I'm doing this, guys, is because I'm creating 10 posts, and all 10 posts. So if you have a look at these strategies, I'm getting titles for these posts, I'm getting slugs for these posts, I'm getting meta descriptions, meta titles, and everything else that I need for these posts as well. So I'm going to be separating them, well, I'm going to be saving them all to a CSV file. Okay, I'm not going to be adding a delay down here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click on start. And what you'll notice from the top here, guys, is instantly we've got 5 threads, or 5 of those keywords are getting threaded at the same time. We're going to go through the content in a moment, guys. I just want to show you how long it actually takes me to get this done. Okay, so we're going to give it a few moments. Don't forget, each one of these has got 15 prompts to go through. But what I'm going to do, I'll actually put this on pause, guys. And when it's complete, I'm going to come back and you're going to be able to see exactly how long it's taken based on this countdown timer here. Okay, so we're almost done. It's been 1 minute and 38 seconds. And we're on, I believe we're just waiting for a few prompts from each one of the strategies, but the software automatically threads everything for you. So it threads the keywords and it also threads the prompts inside of the strategy. So this strategy itself is going to be multi-threaded, and then also because we've got multiple keywords, they're going to be multi-threaded as well. And as you can see, we're almost done. We're waiting for images to be generated, we're waiting for articles to be proofed, and then it's going to compile everything for us. So depending on how long these APIs take to actually give us the response, that's how long it's going to take to get this completed. So it doesn't look like we've got too much time left now. Here we go, and it's done. So it took 2 minutes and 20 seconds, guys, to create 10 articles. Now let me show you these articles and let me show you exactly what I've done. So I'm going to go up to the top here, and as you can see, is that this file is saying the 24th of September at 10:08, and if you have a look at my time here, it's 10:08. Okay, and if I double click this now, I'm going to open this up really quickly, and as you can see, we have 10 titles. Okay, we have 10 slugs. Okay, and then these here are the actual content. So this is our content. So let me just take one piece of content from here, for example. I'll come along and bring it into the editor, and I'm gonna paste it inside of here so we can see exactly what's happened. So as you can see, we've got the nice paragraph to the top, we've got the key takeaways down here. Okay, we've got all of the things and the content down here, and obviously because it's not on our actual blog post or on our blog, it's not styled properly, but here's a quick summary as well that I mentioned that we get as well. Okay, and coming down here, you can see we've got some nice key takeaways from here, we've got some practical tips you can take away, and we even have some frequently asked questions. This is 1,313 words. Okay, and let me just take a look at the next one, guys, just to show you how this is actually working. So we'll have a look at the next one. This next one is about fine-tuning prompts for creative writing. Okay, and I'll come along up here again. Okay, and this time we've got key takeaways again, we've got the nice paragraph to the top as well. Okay, and coming down here, you can see we actually have an interactive poll this time that's being added down here with a drop down. Obviously it's going to be styled much better when it's on your blog. And coming down here, we got our recap, we've got our practical tips, and we've got our FAQs as well, guys. 1,533 words. Okay, I'm going to show you one more article, guys, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you, you know, what else we have inside of here as well. Okay, so I'm going to take this one. I'm going to bring it in here, click on OK. And you can actually see exactly how this one looks as well. So here's a quick summary that we get as well for the first section, and then we get the recaps and we got the FAQs as well, guys. Okay, and the really cool thing about this is every single prompt inside of this strategy can be edited to however you want. Okay, I'm going to be taking you through this in a moment to show you exactly how we created this. But what I want to do is really quickly show you some more of this CSV file. Okay, so we actually got an image created. Oops. We got an image created for every single one of these as well, guys. Okay, and these images are saved down here. I'm going to try and quickly open up that image folder. Okay, I've got lots of images in here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sort them by the date. So then we can see all the images to the top here. So as you can see, the 24th of September, all the way up to there. So here's the first image. Okay, here's the second image. Here is the third image. Here is the fourth image, and all of these images are actually generated by the prompt, guys. And what you noticed is inside of the software, the only thing that I did was add my keywords in here, nothing else. Everything else is done inside of the strategy. So let me show you this strategy and show you exactly what this strategy does. Okay, so I'm going to go over to easy. I'm not going to be sharing this strategy with you. I'm just going to be giving you an understanding of what we're doing. So the very first prompt is saying create an SEO optimized article outline for my keyword. Okay, there's a number of things that we're doing with the system prompt as well. Okay, and then on this one, we're saying create an article outline for section 1. Then we're saying create an article outline for section 2. And just to let you know, guys, this is a very brief user prompt. The main area of the prompt is inside of the system prompt. So as you can see, easy, right, and new. If I go over to the system prompt, you can actually see it's saying you're an AI assistant skilled in SEO and copywriting, tasked with creating comprehensive articles for a provided outline. Okay, the article structure, the writing guidelines, the paragraphs, the emphasis, the lists that we want it to use, the tables we want it to use, the SEO readability and optimization, and all sorts of stuff down here, guys. Okay, so this is section 1 and section 2 of the article we're asking it to write. Then we're asking it to create a meta title. We're also asking it to create a meta description. Okay, but then what we're doing is we're asking it to read, we're sending it the entire article over. So you can see down here in output 2 and output 3, we're sending it the entire article and asking it to make note and give us some key takeaways and something we can put towards the top. Okay, we also have this one here where we're asking for something that we can add to the end of the article, and again we're giving it the output 2 and output 3, which is part 1 and part 2 of the article. Then we're saying to it, please read the article provided and create a section that can be inserted into the middle. Okay, and we're giving it some examples of how to do this as well. And then we're asking it to proofread the article, correct any grammatical errors, do all sorts of things inside of here. And as you can see, we're sending it over these outputs down here. And the reason we're sending it so many outputs is because we're sending it the top part of the article, we're sending it the first part of the article, then we're sending it to the middle, then we're sending it the middle tip section, then we're sending it to the bottom part of the article, and then the end part of the article. And we're making it read like it's one complete article. Okay, and then we're creating a blog post title. Then we're creating a slug file blog. Then we're creating a featured image alternative text. And then we're asking it to generate a prompt that can be used to create an image for our blog post using the title. And then we're creating the image which you saw, and then we're saving it all over, guys. And as you can see, it's all comma separated down here. And we even got things like hard-coded category and hard-coded author, because once this is done, so for example, we got this file here, the only thing that I need to do is add my category name in here. So for example, AI prompts. Okay. And then for the author, all I have to do is add my name down here as well. So for example, Abbas. Okay, and sometimes there is a little bit of cleaning that we need to do in this file. So as you can see, we've got some quotation marks. So what I normally do is come down here, do a find and replace for the whole row, and just replace all quotation marks down here as well. Okay, and everything is now ready to be uploaded to my blog, guys. Okay, we have meta titles, we have meta descriptions, we have the actual featured, the alternative text for the featured image and the image. We also have the actual content to go in there, and we have the actual slug, and we have the article title in here as well, guys. Okay, and the really cool thing about this is I want to show you some other things that you can do with this as well. So if I wanted to, I can add another prompt inside of here. I think I might even have it inside of here. Let me have a look. Okay, I don't have it in here, but I have another prompt where I actually go ahead and I ask Perplexity to input a video inside of my article as well. Okay, so I just wanted to bring this to your attention, guys. The prompt generator AI has come, you know, leaps and bounds from where it was before. Not only does it work with these 4 engines that you can do here. Okay, there is actually one more thing that I wanted to show you as well, guys. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open up my usage inside of OpenAI. And I'm going to show you today's usage. Okay, so today's usage, guys, I want you to ignore the image because I didn't use any images with DALL-E. I just done it with Flux. Okay, so we've spent 5 cents on ChatGPT 4o Mini. And I just want to let you know, guys, that I have other areas or other things that I have been doing today as well. So it isn't only these 10 articles that I've just done in front of you, but I've been doing more before this as well. And this is why you can see that there's some text down, or it's actually using, you know, 9 pence today, 9 cents. But realistically, guys, we've used about 3 cents or 4 cents to create 10 articles. Okay, and these 10 are obviously, the images have costed a little bit more money. I'm going to show you where I actually created my images from as well, so you can see this. I don't know if we can actually see the image created for today. Oops, I need to log in. Okay, just give it a second. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead to usage. Okay, and you can see today, here we go. So today we've actually created 25 cents, guys. So it's cost us about 0.25 cents it's cost us about, 0.25. So about 0.25 cents to create an image, and we've created 10 images, and you can see the image credits that we've just created, that we've just used there. So this is going to be the largest part of actually creating articles, guys, is when you go ahead and generate those images. So I want to show you something else that we have inside of the prompt generator AI that makes it much more easier and cheaper for you to create these images. Okay, so we'll go ahead and create the same 10 articles. Okay, but this time what we'll do is we'll actually use Bing Chat to create the images, okay, free of charge. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to I'm not going to go over to automation. I'm going to go over to strategies, and I'm going to change this image prompt to use Bing. Okay, so here we go. So you did notice earlier that this was actually on Bing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and uncheck the API and say I want to use Bing Chat, and I'm going to click on update. So what we're doing now is we're using Bing Chat to create the images for us, but everything else is using the API. And I just want to show you this, guys, for two reasons. The first reason is I want to show that how you're able to mix API and web interface strategies in one and combine them together. You can even do things like Google searches, you can crawl URLs, and then you can send all of the data to the API or to the user interface. It's entirely up to you how you want to work with this. In fact, guys, we're looking at adding other AI models and AI chat interfaces inside of here as well. And the second reason that I want to show you this, guys, is to let you know that, you know what, when you are working with prompt generator AI and you have areas that are fairly expensive, like creating images, I mean, they're not expensive, guys. 0.25 cents isn't expensive, but when you're creating 1,000 images, they start to add up. When you have lots of websites and you're creating lots of content for those websites, then these images start to add up. So what you can do is you can actually use something like an API strategy combined with the chat interface, because Bing gives us free images. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do 10, guys. I'll actually go, let's go ahead and do 10. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and delete these images in here first of all. Okay, I did actually make these articles, guys, to be honest with you, so that I can post them to my blog. But what I'll do, I'll actually go ahead and create them again. Okay, so I'm going to come down here. I'm going to do all these one more time, and I'm going to actually add a delay in here, guys. And the delay I'm adding in here is for Bing. Okay, but just to let you know, this strategy here now is not a complete API strategy. It's 15 prompts, okay, with one of those prompts being a chat interface where we go ahead and create the image. So the threading still works, okay, it's still fast, but we have a delay now to create these images with Bing. Okay, and I want to show you this so that you can see exactly how it works. So I'm going to go ahead and click on start. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to show you how all of this works. So what I'll do, I'll put this on, I'm not going to put it on pause. I'll leave it as it is, guys. I mean, you can see the chat interface here as well. Sorry, you can see the interface here and see how long it's taking us. So it is being threaded. You can see we're doing 5 keywords at a time, but when it comes to create the actual image, then the software is gonna wait around for those images to get generated, and also for those before it goes ahead and completes everything for us. But the really cool thing about this, guys, is that now we can thread with the API and create images for free using things like Bing Chat. It also allows you to create the images with ChatGPT as well, guys. But I just wanted to show you Bing because Bing is free. And as you can see, I've been creating images almost daily. Okay, so it's been a minute. Now, one thing that I should have pointed out to you guys is some of our prompts that we're sending, especially with things like the proofreading or write the tips or write the key takeaways. Then we ask the AI agents to actually read our entire article first before it goes ahead and creates them. So some of these are fairly long prompts that we're using with GPT-4o Mini. But what you can see down here now is Bing is trying to create the images, and Bing creates 4 images at a time. I'll actually show you this in here as well. Here we go, 4 images at a time. We'll make them bigger, which is really, really cool. Okay, now it's going ahead and creating the next one. And one of the reasons I actually like this strategy, guys, when we're actually creating images via Bing or something like that, is for 2 reasons. Number one, Bing is free, or if we've already got a paid for ChatGPT subscription, then we can just use that and create the images that way. But the second reason I like it is because creating these images with the API takes about 15 to 20 seconds, sometimes a little bit shorter. And the same is true with Bing and ChatGPT. You wait for the images, you're waiting roughly the same amount of time that you're waiting for the API as well. Whereas when you're actually creating the article, when you're prompting, then the API is much cheaper, is much faster than the chat interface. Okay, so you can see it just goes through and it creates all the images for us. And obviously everything is getting done with the API. So as you can see, we're on prompt number 10. Obviously it is waiting as well for the images as well. It does about 5 prompts, or it does 5 keywords at a time. So you can instantly see it does take longer than when working with the API, but it's also going to save us. For example, if we were using DALL-E and it's 4 cents per image and we're doing 10 images, that's 40 cents. So it's saving us 40 cents, which isn't bad, guys. And obviously when you leave this on for a long time and you come back to your software when it's all complete, then you don't really have to wait around for all of this. And a lot of the times, guys, what I do is create my images with Bing, and I also create my images with ChatGPT. And as you notice, I'm using DALL-E. When I went over to the usage, you saw that I've already created 1 or 2 images today, or I can't remember how many images it was. And I also use Flux AI as well. And I've also got the ideogram as well. But I just wanted to show you the kind of flexibility that we have in Prompt Generator AI, whereby you can create your images, you can also go ahead and create your content, you can use the chat interface, you can use the API and what have you. But anyway, I'm just waiting for this to get completed, guys. I'm doing it in front of you so you guys can see exactly how this works. And the cool thing about Bing, it actually gives you 4 images at a time. I don't know any other service that's giving you 4 images at a time for your prompt. So it actually gives you a choice that you can do down here, which is really, really cool. Okay, so we just gone over the 5-minute mark. So it is taking longer compared to when working with just the API. But we have to understand as well, I was using Flux AI and I wasn't using DAL-E. So I think DAL-E when using the API does take a little bit longer than Flux AI when you're using the dev model. So it isn't a like for like kind of, comparison that I'm doing down here. Okay, so this here is saying that, sorry, this conversation has reached its thing, and it does go ahead and create the prompt for us. And then the next one, the software is intelligent enough to know that it needs to create a new chat session and create it that way. So anyway, this is it, guys. It's done. 10 out of 10. Okay, and if I have a look at the images, you can see all of the images inside of here. We've got 40 images. Okay, we had 10 prompts, and as we noticed, it was creating 4 images per prompt. Okay, I'm going to show you that file as well. Okay, so you can have a look at this file. Now it's 1026. You can see down here it's 1027. Okay, I'm going to open this up and I'm going to show you how I clean this up now so that it's ready for me posting on my blog. Okay, so the very first thing you'll notice down here, guys, when I go over to these look like there's so many things in here. These are the images that we're getting from Bing. We need to clean it up a little bit. So what I normally do is I normally go ahead and clean. I do it like this. I do a Control C. I highlight all of this, Control F, I replace all. Okay, so that's all done there. And then the only thing I do now is I go through each one and then I delete everything and I just keep the first image. Okay, sometimes I'll go ahead and look at the images and see which ones I like, but I'll just come down here and I'll keep the first image. Okay, so I'm just showing you what it takes to clean up these articles before you can post them to your blog. And this is exactly what I do, guys. And to be honest with you, I'm this week alone, it's only Tuesday. Okay, let's talk about last week. Last week alone, I must have created hundreds and hundreds of articles. I must have created about 3 or 4 different blogs. And I'm really getting this content out there, guys. And the only way that I can get this content out there is by doing it like this. So you might be thinking, hang on, Abs, you're being a bit cheap. It's only 2.5 cents per image, or it's only 4 cents per image. But as mentioned to you guys, I'm creating hundreds and hundreds of posts, and I'm creating new blogs and all sorts. Okay, so this is it. Now this is ready to be posted onto our blog, and you can see all of our content down here. So I'll just go ahead and randomly take this one here and bring it over to the editor, put it in there, and you can see we get our nice blog post down here. Okay, this blog post is actually 1036 words at this time, and it's working really, really well, guys. These articles are ranking for me. I don't know what else to say. If you are creating AI content, then do it. And I know so many people that have access to tools like the prompt generator AI, but they don't go out there and they don't go ahead and create these posts and create these blogs and do whatever you want with it. At the moment, having a tool like the prompt generator AI at your disposal allows you to create and do things that I'm doing myself, guys, and really, dominate whatever you can, whatever industry, even my content strategies. I mean, let me show you one content strategy down here. Okay, so I've got this strategy. Let's have a look. So I've got a few strategies down here. Okay, so I've got categories and posts where I'm using the chat interface. In fact, let's go ahead and do this, guys, so then you get an idea of how it works with the chat interface. Okay, so we're not using any API in this strategy. Okay, so this one is categories, post, chat interface. I'm going to go over to automation. I'm going to go over to categories, post, chat interface. I can see the requirements down here. I need my keyword. I can see the prompts down here as well. This is made up of 8 prompts, or the 8th one is actually saving over output 7. And I'm going to show you what this is doing. This is actually creating me a CSV file. I'm going to save it as text, guys. And the reason I'm saving it as text is because I don't think... I think I need to actually save it as CSV manually. I can't remember now. I can't remember this strategy fully. But what I'll do, I'll say, for example, my niche is dog training. Okay. and now it's going to go ahead and find me categories and everything for that. So I'm going to go ahead and click on start, and you're going to see this work, and not working with the API this time, but this time it's going to be working with the chat interface. Okay, and as you can see, it's selected GPT-4o mini because I don't need to use a higher model, but you do have the choice to select GPT-4o mini, GPT preview, you know, I don't know, whatever ones you have down here, because there's so many of them. You can select them all, and I'll show you this here, for example. Okay, you got GPT-4, GPT-4o, O1 preview, O1 mini, GPT-4o mini. Okay, so they're the ones that you have, and they're the ones that you can select with as well. And as you can see, it automates the entire thing for us, which is really, really cool. And basically, we're asking it for, I'm going to show you exactly what we're asking it for in a moment. When I complete the package, or when I complete the actual strategy, I'm going to show you exactly what we've got down here. You're going to probably see something like this. Okay, now this is it, guys. So this is the final output. So it's given us 4 categories to put on our blog, for example, and under those categories it's given us 100 posts to put in there. Okay, but before it does that, what it does, it also checks for any posts that are very similar, to make sure that we don't get done for cannibalization, and all sorts of things as well. So we're almost done, guys. Okay, so we're on the 5th category. So we've actually asked it for 5 categories down here. Or 4 categories, I'm not sure what happened there. Okay, and now it's creating that CSV file for us. So as you can see, it's because of the way that it's saving it over. I wasn't able to save it as a CSV. What I'll do, I'll actually show you this in a moment. Okay, and that's done. So I'm going to go ahead and actually just copy this instead of just going to the file. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to paste it in here, and I'm going to do save as, and I'm going to do cats posts.csv. I'm just going to do all types. I don't think that really matters. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and open this up now. Okay, so we're still recording. Fantastic. Okay, so as you can see, we've got dog obedience, we've got puppy training. Okay, we've got behavior correction. We also have training tips, and we've got advanced techniques as well. Okay, which is absolutely fantastic, guys. And underneath each one of these, so for example, dog obedience, how to train a dog to sit, best dog obedience training methods, dog obedience training for beginners, positive reinforcement dog training techniques, how to teach a dog to stay. Okay, so we've got this time 46 keywords for each category that we can add blog posts inside of there, guys. Okay, so that's over 200, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, over 250 or something, almost 250 blog post ideas that we can put on here. Let me show you this strategy that we've done down here. The very last one here, as you can see. Okay, we actually send it over all of the posts. But what we're saying down here is saying, using the categories of long tail keywords provided, I want you to create a CSV file with each category as a column header. Under each header, list every single corresponding long tail keywords without omitting any. Ensure that each keyword is unique to its category and does not overlap with keywords in other categories to prevent keyword cannibalization. And then, you know, we're getting, it's absolutely brilliant, guys, because they give us 100 keywords, long tail keywords for each category, and then we get AI to go and proof it all and then get everything done for us. And this is exactly how I'm going ahead and creating my blogs, guys, and creating my articles. I mean, you saw it here. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually show you some more files that I've got generated down here. So for example, I've got this PGAI blog. Okay, I can go over to cats posts and I'll show you this here. Okay, so this was the one that we were looking at earlier, prompt engineering, use case and application tutorials and what have you. Okay, the other blog that you saw a little while ago was called Sheet Nerds. Yep, so we'll have a look in here. You can see I've got exactly the same thing here as well, guys. Okay, so here's another one. We've got tutorials, we've got tips and tricks, we've got templates, we've got formulas, we've got data analysis. And if I actually take you over to that same site again, what you'll notice, oops, no, this is the wrong one, guys, sorry about that. Okay, so if I take you over to this site again, guys, what you'll notice is we've got tutorials, tips and tricks, templates, formulas, data analysis. They're all coming from this, guys. These blogs are ranking inside of Google, the articles, or the entire optimization for these blogs have been done through strategies. In fact, I'll show you another strategy, guys, that I'm using as well. Okay, so I'm going to go over to logical one more time. I'm going to go over to easy again, and this time I'm going to go over to site details, and I'm going to show you this. So this is saying I'm creating a blog post about whatever. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and run this strategy for you in front of you as well. So dog training is what we're creating about. Okay, site details. Let's go ahead and click on start. And then we can see exactly what this is doing as well. Okay, so I'm actually getting a domain name. Okay, so I'm even getting the domain name created from Chat GPT or the AI guys. Okay, I'm not doing nothing myself. I'm just running one strategy, then I go ahead and run the second strategy, then I go ahead and literally, import everything into my blog, as in the optimization stuff, and then I'm going ahead and literally just post, creating these blog posts and just posting them, and then I'm waiting for the rankings to come, guys. And then the next phase is going to be me monetizing everything as well. So anyway, let this complete, and I'm going to show you exactly what this has done for us as well. Even adding, this is for footer details, guys. Okay, so I'm getting everything created for me using AI. So I'll actually go ahead and import this in here. We'll go ahead and import it. This is it here. So the name for our URL that we want to buy, the domain name, okay, the metadata for this, okay, the meta description for this, meta keywords for this as well, about us text for the about us page, okay, we got a sidebar widget about the author, okay, we got text for the footer as well, guys, and I do have another strategy as well that goes out there and creates, I might even show you it down here, guys, it creates category details and everything down here. So let's have a look. Okay, here we go. I have the following categories on my page, and then I'll give it my category names. I need meta title, meta description, meta keywords, and some featured text that will go on top of each category page. Okay, so this is absolutely fantastic, guys, because when you come along and you start creating these websites, then as you can see, this is the featured text for the category page that I'm putting on here. We've got our optimization settings as well. So we've got our titles. Okay, we've got our meta descriptions. Okay, we've got our meta keywords as well. We've got all of our schema and everything in here as well, guys. But anyway, this is what I'm doing. I'm using prompt generator AI, guys, to create me everything that I need to create a blog. Okay, from doing the research for the topic, from doing the category research, to doing the research for the actual blog posts, to going ahead and creating the optimization data for my about me page, for the sidebar widgets, for my footer text, to actually going ahead and creating those blog posts, creating those images, and then creating those sites, and then just waiting for these sites to rank inside of Google, guys. Okay, in fact, I actually schedule posts to these sites as well. So there's so many things that I'll do. Hopefully I'll leave that for another video. But I just wanted to show you this video really, really quickly to let you know that, you know what, when you have a tool like the prompt generator AI by your side, then you can create content using strategies and prompts the way that you like. I also share these as well, guys. Okay, but the way that you like, you can create them. Okay, and you can create any strategy for any kind of thing that you want. I mean, I've even got strategies for niche research. So let me show you this other one down here as well. So niche brainstorm. So I don't have to add anything in here, no keyword, no nothing. Okay, and if you have a look at this, this is made up of 5 prompts. Well, the 5th prompt is actually a save command. But what I'm doing here is I'm actually, let's go ahead and run it. Okay, I'm actually asking the AI to brainstorm new niches for me so that I can go ahead and create these new blogs. Because you know what, we can create so much content now. You can get stuck for ideas on what to create these blogs for. So this is where I ask ChatGPT for help. So I'll get it to brainstorm lots of niches. And then I'm saying, provide even more, be more creative. I'll actually show you the first prompt and everything in here as well, guys, so you can see. In fact, let's do it from here. The very first prompt is identify a wide variety of niches that offer a balance between high search volume and low competition, focusing on areas that provide ample opportunities for how-to guides and frequently asked questions. Explore niches from diverse fields, including hobbies, technology, lifestyle, health, DIY, and emerging trends. Avoid overly saturated or commonly recommended niches and instead focus on generating a broad broad spectrum of topics, ensuring there are enough subcategories to cover at least 1,000 posts per niche. Ensure minimum crossover by providing highly specific, non-mainstream ideas, with each field catering to different interests and angles. Okay, there's quite, and if I don't like the outcome, I can go ahead and I can change it, guys. Okay, let's go over to the editor and import that in there. Okay, so this is telling me that the topic is sustainable gardening techniques. It's given me categories. It's given me a bunch of keywords for each category, or the kind of idea that I would go ahead with and doing it. Okay, and then it's giving me keywords to target down here. Okay, and it's telling me why it's such a good one. Okay, as you can see, it's followed my guidance of 1,000 posts and what have you, and then it's giving me the other brainstorm niches that I've done. And here are the other ones, guys. Sustainable gardening techniques, which come number 1, because I've asked it to rank it in the order of most suited to my requirements. Okay, micro adventures for busy people. That's a really cool one, guys. Okay, digital minimalism, home-based micro farming, niche audio production, creative fitness challenges. And the chances are, guys, I'm going to be using these and I'm going to be creating blogs around them. And the chances are I've already used some of them. Okay, and I've already created blogs around some of these as well. So what I like to do every now and again is, I've just done this search in front of you. And sometimes these niches are very close. So when I do a search today and I do a search tomorrow and I do a search the day after, sometimes I can get a lot of crossover down here. Okay, and this is because I'm using Chat AI. So a lot of the times what I like to do is I like to get ideas from Chat GPT, then I like to go ahead and get ideas from Bard, I like to get ideas from Bing, I like to get ideas from Claude as well. And other times I like to use the API. So let me give you a typical example of what I mean. Okay, let's just go over to here, for example. Okay, so when I'm using the API, what I like to do is I like to change the temperature and the max P as well. Sometimes they give us even more diversity, which is absolutely fantastic, guys, because, and a lot of the times, guys, what I like to do is edit my prompts as well. So, for example, this prompt will be saying, do this, do this, do this. And, sometimes I might go in there saying, you know what, look for obscure niches or look for niches that are, just come about and whatever. So I'll make some changes so that we can get change of results as well. And that's the really cool thing about having something like Prompt Generator AI, guys, is that you have the ability to change all of the strategies. You have the ability to create your strategies. You have the ability to add new prompts and edit prompts and delete prompts from these strategies as well. So whatever you want to do, or let's just say, for example, you're asking the AI to create a prompt for you, you can go ahead and add that prompt inside of Prompt Generator AI, and then you're going to be able to work with that all the time. Unfortunately, not every tool is like this. A lot of the tools come with hard-coded strategies, which can be convenient because they're there and they're based on strategies that work. And with the Prompt Generator AI, guys, we do give you strategies and we do give you categories. And a lot of these categories, for example, you might be doing I don't know, you might be doing articles, for example, and you might be doing articles for a local you might be doing a local article business, for example. So a lot of these strategies are going to come with the software as is. But the main thing to take away from this is that you're able to build your own strategies using a sequence of prompts that are designed to do one thing. So, for example, in this strategy here, okay, I've got something like 15 prompts in here, okay, but all of 15 prompts combined are designed to create me one article, okay, and that's the really cool thing about this. We're not just telling ChatGPT to go ahead and create me an SEO optimized article about whatever. We're actually breaking it down and getting lots of details down here, and you can merge these with Google searches and crawls, and you can save to Google Sheets, and there's all sorts of things you can do down here as well. So anyway, I really hope you enjoy this video, guys. I really hope you can take away from this that you can, by having the right tools, you can go out there and create hundreds and thousands of bits of content, guys. And if there's areas that are expensive, like creating images, then you can mix them in with things like the user interface, and you can combine everything into, okay, you can't see it here, but you can combine everything into CSV files, guys, so that they're ready to import into your blog, which is really, really cool. And the cool thing about Prompt Generator AI is that you can actually post to your WordPress blogs, and you can also post to your cloud platforms as well, should you want to. Okay, so anyway, I really hope you enjoy this video, guys, and go ahead and start dominating Google.